this video, we're going to go over how to set up an ODBC connection to the Fishbowl database, which is used for integrations with UPS Worldship, FedEx Ship Manager, and Indicia. The first thing to check before setting up the ODBC is whether you are running a 32 or 64-bit operating system. The way to check that is by going to Start, right-click on Computer, choose Properties, and you'll look at the system type. For me, I'm running a 64-bit operating system. Now that we've checked that, we can go on and install the Firebird ODBC. To do that, we go to the Fishbowl install, which is found typically on the C drive, Program Files, Fishbowl, and then ODBC folder. You'll see the Firebird ODBC installer here. This will be either 32 or 64-bit, depending on your OS, and we can go ahead and run that. In this installer, you can just click Next through the entire installer, and it will install. Once that's finished, you can now go and create the connection. To do that, let's go over the 32-bit steps first. To set up a 32-bit ODBC connection to the Fishbowl's database, you'll go to Start, Control Panel, in the search box type ODBC, which will bring you to Administrative Tools and Data Sources ODBC. The data source connection needs to be set up under the System DSN tab. We can go ahead and click Add. Choose the Firebird Interbase driver here that we just installed, and click Finish. The ODBC name needs to be named Fishbowl with a capital F. If you do not put in the capital F, it will cause problems later on. For the database path, if you're setting it up on the Fishbowl server computer, meaning you can see the Fishbowl server icon down here in the system tray, you can just click Browse and browse to the Fishbowl folder, which is on the C, Program Files, Fishbowl, Database, Data, and select the database there. If you're setting up the ODBC on a client computer, you will need this Fishbowl server path to the database as well as the server's IP address. So it looks something like this. This will allow the ODBC connection to connect over the network to the Fishbowl database. The client file is found in the Fishbowl folder, ODBC, and you'll select the file here. If you're on a 32-bit system, it will read fbclient32.dll. For the database account, type in gone, password is phishing, and then test the connection. Connection successful. Now let's go over how to set up the ODBC on a 64-bit operating system. You'll go to Start, Computer, go to the C drive, open up the Windows folder, and you'll look for a folder called syswow64 right here. Open that up, and then you will also look for a file called ODBC-AD32. Go ahead and open that up. The ODBC connection needs to be created under the System DSN tab, and we can add the connection here. We will find our Firebird Interbase driver here and click Finish. The Firebird ODBC name needs to be Fishbowl with a capital F. Make sure it's a capital F or else it'll cause problems later on. For the database path, if we're setting it up on the Fishbowl server, we can click Browse and browse to the Fishbowl install, see Program Files, Fishbowl, Database, Data, and open the database file there. If we are setting up the ODBC connection on a client computer, we need this server database path as well as the server's IP address, like so. And that'll allow it to connect over the network to the database. In a 64-bit setup, the client file, if we browse to Fishbowl ODBC, this 64.dll will not work. We need to either grab the 32 DLL from our website, which I'll show you shortly, or you can grab it from the Fishbowl install, database folder, ODBC folder, and grab it there. To download the DLL file for the 32-bit, you can open up your internet browser, go to fishbowlinventory.com, go to Support, Documentation Wiki, and in this search pane type ODBC, shipping integration, that first link, ODBC setup, and right here you can click here to download and then select that file. The database account is gone, password phishing, test the connection, and we're good to go. That completes the setup of the ODBC on a 32 and 64-bit system. Please see the next video to go ahead and integrate UPS, FedEx, or Andisha.